Hello everyone, welcome back. I've got no idea what day it is. In terms of actual day, it's Tuesday, but I don't know. Wait, let's do some isolation maths. Sunday was day 14. Was it? Yeah, 14. 15. So today is 16? But I feel like we've missed a lot of days. I don't know. Today is Tuesday. We're in our third week of isolation. I have just finished filming. Look, this was my little setup. All of the equipment over here. This is very technical, look, using a mirror so that I can see what is in my secondary camera. Nothing but professional here, thanks. So I've just finished filming denim video, which I believe you guys would have seen yesterday if all went to plan. And now I'm just kind of pottering around trying to figure out what to do with my day. It is 11:08. So I'm just thinking, what should I do today? I felt really good last week once I did my wardrobe switch over, and the other day, over the weekend, I felt really good once I'd organised and cleaned the kitchen. So I'm thinking potentially I might do the same for the bathroom, and lots of you guys have asked me about my cruelty-free skincare and beauty favourites. So I might kind of do a little bathroom clean, reorganise, clear out, all of those things in one, whilst also chatting about my cruelty-free favourites. And then, not sure when, but at some point I will get around to filming my skincare routine. So today we'll do favourites, and then at some point, another time, we're trying to pace ourselves with the videos, guys, I will do the full routine. Right, come on then, let's get cracking. So, first things first, please excuse the state of the bathroom. Like the mirror, I don't know if you can see that, but there is like splashes all over it. I haven't done like a big clean of the bathroom in ages because the bathroom just got in such a state when we were decorating. We used this room to clean all the brushes, to store all the paint stuff, and yeah, it just got into a bit of a state. And because we haven't fully finished, that's why we hadn't done a thorough clean. But today I just figured I'm gonna start small and just do the essential task, which of course is reorganising, going through, clearing out all of what is in my drawers, so my skincare and makeup, and yeah, just having a bit of a spring clean, if you will. So here in the bathroom, just for you noobs, if you haven't seen it before, we have, in terms of storage, a chest of drawers, which I know is a bit weird to have in a bathroom, but it works, so hey. And then over here, this is my frequently used beauty section. So all of the stuff that I use daily, well, I don't use all of that daily, but the stuff I use on a regular basis is over there. And then over here, that is the fragrance wall, but we won't go into that because the majority of that is not cruelty free, but there's no point in me throwing it away. So yeah. So basically, in drawer number 1, oh my god, it looks hideous. This is the current state of play. Without requesting anything, I get sent a lot of products, a lot of which I do give away, whether it be to charities. There's some charity, I've forgotten what it's called now, but you can like make a box together. I'll link that down below in the description box for anyone that's wondering. And I give quite a lot of stuff to my family as well. So this top drawer here is supposed to be skincare to here, and then these 4 storage box things are hair care. And it just looks grim, to be quite honest with you. I haven't had a clear out in ages, and it's just, yeah, not good. Then in this one is slightly more organised, but I just feel like it needs a clean because there is so much hair and dust in here. It is grim. But this, as you can see, is my makeup drawer. So that needs a bit of a rejiggery. The bottom drawer is, I'm afraid, not very interesting. It's just where we keep our towels, my travel bags, and yes, one very lonely toilet roll. Rations, folks, rations. Right, I'm trying to think of the best way to go about documenting this because I can't actually get the camera to see the drawer, what's in the drawer, and me at the same time. So what I'm going to do is kind of do a bit of high-speed cleaning and get everything out the drawer, hoover it out, all that sort of business, and then go through what I'm going to put back into the drawer. So similar to how I would do a wardrobe cleanse and switch over. Right, I've finished drawer number 1. This is looking so much better. Decluttered, more organised and clean. So in terms of like a little tour, everything is basically the same as it was before in terms of like which compartment is which. So we've got face masks in these two. These are like liquid face masks or clay face masks, and these are all sheet masks. And we've got some little eye masks in there as well. And then I've got styling for hair, washing for hair, hair brushes and hair mask. This is cloths and soap and scrubbers and obviously Sudocreme back there, lady bits back there, and then this compartment is a bit higgledy-piggledy. This compartment, because the majority of my skincare is over here that I use daily, so this one tends to be full of either the stuff that I only use seasonally, like this for example. This is a mist which I'll use in summer when it's a bit hot. Same as this one, it's also a mist. I've got a milk one here which I haven't tried yet, but that is also a cooling water just in the form of a stick. So this drawer tends to be full of the stuff which either I haven't tried yet or the stuff that I don't use frequently. So I've got quite a lot of boxes here of stuff that I've just gone through and checked like the ingredients on to make sure it's oil free, because I tend to have oil free skincare. So yeah, I've gone through that and refined it to what you see here. So hopefully I can try some of these bits out. And that's about it really. Now, in the way of things that I have eradicated from the drawer. So I've got some bits like this. These two are brand new and unopened from Milk. One's a cleanser and one's a toner. I have a really good cleanser and toner that I love, so I just don't need those. But those are the kind of thing when they're brand new, unopened, that I will add into those charity boxes or into the giant box to go to my friends and family to rummage through. I've got a little La Prairie, or however you're supposed to pronounce this, eye cream there, but again I've got a better one that I use, and this one was one that was not cruelty free, but because it was so expensive I really didn't want to get rid of it, but there's barely any of that left, so that one's going to go. A couple of Elemis products here which I just don't get on with, and then a few more new bits which I've recently been sent, which were all of these. I do not get on with balm cleansers, so that's why that one's gone, and these two products here have oil in them, so again they're not going to be suitable for my skin. And yeah, that's about it. A couple more non-cruelty free Elizabeth Arden 8 hour creams back there, which is time to say goodbye to finally. And yeah, feeling a lot more organised in drawer number 1. Now let's get started with drawer number 2. Now in this one, because all of my makeup is in this drawer, I'll be able to go through some of my cruelty-free favourites in this drawer, and then I will move on to skincare, which is over here. Hello. Have you come to do girls' things? Yes, you like doing girls' things, don't you? Oh, you've all come to do girls' things. Hello. Do you want to help me? Yeah? All right then. Right, so makeup drawer is done. Look at that. Look, I've even got a spare tub free. What excellent news. So I have once again done a mini detox. We can see some bits and bobs over there, and just given it a general clean and an organise. And yeah, that's looking much better. Someone's having a tantrum because no one wants to play with her. No one wants to play with you, Bella. Everyone's had enough. She's being a drama queen. Bella. Yes. Bella. Bella. No, thank you. Right, now in the way of cruelty-free faves, what can I show you? Okay, so Wonderglow. This is a product by Charlotte Tilbury. I have two of these. I have one as backup, which is hidden under there. This one here is my third tub, pot, container, whatever you would call this, of this. And I love it. That is definitely something that I would wear. I usually tend to wear this at the moment over the top of my Tinted Moisturizer. Thank you, Bella. Thank you so much for interrupting. But in summer, sometimes I'll literally just wear this on its own because it is delicious. Beauty Pie is another brand which I've kind of heavily invested into. It's a bit hit and miss, if I'm being honest. And it's also a little bit difficult to guess your colour and your shade for all the makeup stuff. So this one took me 2 attempts to get this right. So as you'll see up here, the one back there, that one literally made my face orange. So I had to go for, I think this one is shade light. Yes, this one is light. And this is their oil-free tinted moisturiser, because as I've just been mentioning, oil-free for me is very, very important. So this isn't as nice as the Laura Mercier one that I used to wear years ago, but it is still nice and lightweight. Glossier, this is the Skin Tint. This stuff I absolutely love, and again, very much a summer staple of mine. I don't wear, and you'll be able to see here, I don't actually wear any proper foundation. The closest thing to foundation I have are these Bare Minerals sticks. I have 3 of those because they're ever so slightly varying in colour. And these are the closest thing to a full coverage foundation, but even these aren't really full coverage. They're quite nice and lightweight. And that's about it for, oh no, hang on, this. This stuff is awesome. Okay, so this is Hourglass Veil. It is the most amazing primer. Even if you don't wear like a proper foundation, if you just wear tinted moisturiser, this stuff is just delicious. Very expensive, but as I've come to realise, this brand is well worth investing in. I do have another Hourglass product up here. This, let's see if I can open this one-handed, hang on. Oh God, honestly, I could never ever be a beauty blogger, never ever. There we go. So this is one of the bronzers by Hourglass. I absolutely love it. Admittedly, this one is a little bit dark. Let's have a look and see what colour I have. Don't know, Radiant Bronze Light. I'm not sure if this comes in different shades. I'm pretty sure it does, but this one is oh, look at that. I've gone and bloody marked it now. This one is more of a summer bronzer, to be honest, when I have a little bit more colour to my face. What else can I show you? What else? Okay, lipstick. I very rarely wear lipstick, but this is actually And Other Stories Beauty. I got a couple of months ago, and it is the only lipstick I have been wearing. Like, any time you've seen me wearing lipstick, it would have been this, and it is called, what's it called? Bois Rose, I think I've pronounced that correctly. And yeah, let me put it down because this is struggling to focus a little bit. But it is a very nice sort of neutral pinky nudie kind of colour, and it's absolutely beautiful. Doesn't dry my lips out, it's just really, really nice. So yeah, And Other Stories Beauty, who knew? And then in the way of concealers, so this is my concealer pot here, Glossier, I can't remember what this is called, Stretch Concealer, I think. I have this, sorry, I don't know why this camera is struggling to focus unless I'm like a million miles away. But this is the Stretch Concealer. I have this in the coinciding shade to the skin tint, and I love it, just for popping under the eyes. It's not great at covering blemishes, you need something a little bit thicker, but for under the eyes this is really nice and lightweight. I presume that's why it's called Stretch, but yes, that is my favourite concealer of the moment. In fact, I've almost run out of that, so I'm going to have to reorder. Mascara. Mascara is a bit of a tricky one at the moment actually, because it's up here, the little baby one that I had. I loved this stuff, Hourglass Caution Mascara. This was a teeny tiny little one, and it's actually run out now, so that's why that is in the no pile. But these mascaras in here, these are kind of like my backups and ones which I'm kind of working my way through trying to test out. So the one that I've been using in the interim is this Topshop one. I was using, where is it? Was it this? Yes, Volumizing Mascara by B Cosmetics, which is Superdrug's own, I'm not sure if it's vegan, but it's definitely a cruelty-free range. And it's a great mascara, but it is horrid to get off. And I've just given up on it now. So that unfortunately is gonna have to depart from the drawer. So I've gone back to using this Topshop Beauty one. And then actually I got sent this just before the lockdown. I can't even find the brand of this. It's this brand, Chanticleer? I don't know, whatever that brand is. This is what the mascara is, so that one I'm going to give a little whirl as well, because I haven't tried that one out yet. Don't really wear eyeshadow all too often, but if I did, it would be this, which again is from Hourglass. I clearly have a favourite. I'm going to undo the pot so that I can show you what this actually looks like inside. So this is a glittered eyeshadow, and it's called, let's see if it'll work if I zoom in, Scattered Light. And it's very nice, very pretty, and it's actually quite subtle. I know glittered eyeshadow, the sound of that sounds just horrific, but it is actually more of like a shimmer, and it is very nice and subtle. So that would be the one that I would wear if I was going to wear eyeshadow. But I do also have obviously a couple of naked palettes in there as well, just in case. Right, now I'm going to move on to my two little glass shelves here, which are beside of the sink and what I call the nighttime mirror. This is where the nighttime routine happens. It's also where the morning routine happens, but for some reason I call it the nighttime mirror. So before I give this a clean, I'm just going to run through with you guys some of my faves on here. I'm going to start with this because actually I just picked this up and I was thinking, oh my god, I have used this, it's Peppermint foot lotion by the way, since I was, I reckon about 14 years old. I attended my first Body Shop party. Do you remember those? Do they still do Body Shop parties? I don't know, do they? Do they still do Body Shop parties? Anyway, I went to my first one with my mum. I was like aged, I would say roughly 14. I was in like secondary school. And this was one of the things which I ordered. And I love it. Many, many, many years later, I'm still using it. It might have changed its packaging a little bit, but I love that, as I am a big fan of home pedicures, and that just leaves your feet feeling nice and fresh and smelling of peppermint. Moving on to other body things, like body lotions. I tend to stick to And Other Stories just because I like their little fragrances as well. I've got a couple of their normal spray fragrances and a couple of their oil roll-ons, which I'll carry around in my handbag. So my two favourite scents are Sicilian Sunrise, that, oh my god, it makes your mouth squirt because it smells of lemons. And it smells absolutely delightful, such a really nice summer fragrance as well. And then this one, which is also very summery, and it smells a bit like holiday. You know when you get like sun cream that smells of coconut, this kind of smells like that. And this is Pearl de Coco. So those are my two favourite scents that I use. I got sent these just before the lockdown. It's a brand called Mitchum, and they're natural powder deodorants. And I've been trying quite a lot, as you can see here. I've got the men's Body Shop one, got a coconut and pineapple one from Schmidt's. This one is nice, but it like crumbles. It leaves a really weird residue under your armpit and it's just not great. So I'm currently testing out these. So far I've used coconut, and I think this one might have been sent for Simon because apparently this is the men's, but I really like men's fragrance, so I'm using it myself. And then I have one more here which is eucalyptus, which I'm a bit worried about using on freshly shaved underarms, so I'm just going to stay away from that one at the moment. Another Body Shop favourite of mine, cruelty-free fave, is the Himalayan charcoal Purifying glow mask. I've spoken about this for at least the last 2 years. It tingles AF, but it feels so nice afterwards. Like, it feels like a proper deep clean. Moving on to this bottom section here, a brand which I have very quickly become obsessed with is The Ordinary. And I know some of you out there are going to be going, hello, a bit late to the party. Yeah, I know, but you know, I'm here, so it still counts. So essentially a lot of my morning and evening routine in skincare revolves around The Ordinary. So this is the cleanser that I use. I do double cleanse, and I had another cleanser here which has got little micro beads in it, not plastic ones, but that has run out. So I just found this when I was tidying out those drawers by Plein Air, and it says it's a 3-in-1 exfoliating clay, and it's got dots on the packaging, so I'm presuming that it does have bits in it because I like to have one that exfoliates. So I would use that, then that. No, sorry, other way around. That, then that. Exfoliating one always second. Another bit of Glossier there. Lots of people raving about Beauty Pie cleanser. I have almost used all of this up, but to be honest with you, it was a bit meh. Can't really say I was overjoyed with it. More ordinary bits and bobs here, which I don't want to go too much into detail over because I'm going to show them in my routine. But one more thing I will show you, which lots of you always ask about my tanning regime, and how I tan my face in comparison to my body, and it is with these tanning drops. Now I use 2 different brands. This is one, Lumine, and the other one I use is Isle of Paradise. I've currently run out of Isle of Paradise, which is why, as you can see, I'm working my way through this one. Once I finish this one, I'm going to be pale AF, providing that the lockdown is still in place, because I can't just buy these at the supermarket. So yeah, basically what I do with these drops is mix them in with my moisturiser, which is this one, Ordinary. It's called Natural Factors. Hang on, no it's not. It's called Natural Moisturising Factors and HA, which is hyaluronic acid. And yeah, basically just a few drops of that mixed in with the moisturiser in an evening. Pop it on your face. Always make sure you wash your hands afterwards. Obviously we're doing lots of hand washing at the moment, but especially when you've used fake tanning drops, or your hands will be orange in the morning. And then you wake up with a nice glow, something that's not too much, but something that also just gives you a little bit of colour, and you can build on that from night to night as well. So yeah, that's about all that I'm going to go into depth with in my skincare on here. I'm going to get tidying, and then I'm feeling a bit hungry, and the dogs are getting a bit restless, so I need to give them some food, and then give myself some food. Right, doggies have been fed, now it's meal time for moi. So what to eat is the question. I've settled on some kind of Mexican salad with Caesar dressing because we've had that in the fridge for God knows how long, and we really need to eat it. And it doesn't matter that it's got dairy in it because I'm at home, I'm not going anywhere, so I have regular use of the toilet. So I'm going to do some of my famous and delicious sweet potato chunk things to use up this bit of a sweet potato, and then prepare the rest of my salad. Well, I have made myself one absolute beast of a salad. Look at the size of it. And then it was so big, it was my intention to put the sweet potato chunks in the salad. But as you can see, my bowl runneth over. Yum. Right guys, so I am going to leave you all here for the day whilst I indulge in the epic salad, and now that I have done my daily task, because my reward is once again watching a bit more Disney Plus. There's a lot to get through, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.